for tuning in. On this episode of Dan's Garage, Dan has bought this. Are you serious? That's like something I would buy. It is pretty cool. Let's see what's going on with it. Hey Dan, run that intro!
Hey Gearheads, thanks for tuning in. You know, sometimes I gotta stop and appreciate the fact that I'm an adult and I get to buy stuff I wanted when I was a kid and play with it, because I just bought that. So, the good news is, it's mine. The bad news is, it doesn't work completely. So, all these lower lights do work, and some of these top lights spin, but the bulbs don't go on. I'll try to put in a little video here of what it looks like. The guy sent me a video before I bought it. So what we're going to do is basically restore it. I'm going to take it apart. We may need one motor. I know it needs a couple bulbs. I'm going to clean these up, shine that up, and you'll get to see a future project that they're going to be going on. First order of business is this control unit. So it does have up and down toggle switches. It's got a main power, one for the rotating lights, flashing lights, takedown, right alley, and left alley. But the problem is, somebody didn't wire it up correctly and kind of melted it a little bit here. So I'm going to go ahead and bypass this one-piece connector, which is really handy, and just put spade terminals on each one of them. I'll have to connect them all separately with these little guys, but it's going to be a permanent installation, so I don't think we'll really need to take it out, so that won't be a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all in order so I can go ahead and test the lights once I get the unit down here and take it apart. Alright guys, so I know this is the spooky light, but got some of the lights wired up to figure out what's going on. So the rotating lights, we got this one moving, this one is not. Those two are moving, so that's good. Got to figure out how to get the bulbs working. Hopefully they're just blown. We got flashing lights that are on the back. They kind of go on and off on their own, so that's cool. The front, we got takedown lights, and then we have a right alley light over here, and there's a left alley light over there. Not really useful on a tow truck, but if you're a cop, I guess you could find somebody down an alley. I don't know if I'll be driving down any alleys, but maybe I'll find an old car down an alley. So next thing is to take these off so we can check out that motor and check out those bulbs. So the good thing is these just screw on, so it looks like they're pretty easy to come on. I did take the side brackets off just because it sits a little nicer on the truck. I don't want to scratch the paint. One of you may own this truck because it is for sale. If you're interested, check out Dan's Garage on YouTube. Well, forget that. Hopefully we can swap out one of these other bulbs with it. One of these bulbs and check them. I think I'm going to pull the center cover off also because it might be locked in from this. Well, that seems to have released something. There we go. So this does have an inside also that was that cover goes over. So this is off, so we can go ahead and clean this off. But in the meantime, there's a whole lot more wires that you could have in here. And it looks like there's two green wires go to ground, so we don't need those, so that's good. So this is the one that's not spinning, right? Let me go ahead and plug this back in and check ourselves before we do anything else. Yeah, so maybe it was just stuck. A little fast, a little slow. Maybe to help it a little bit and it'll go faster. There we go. It's getting there. So it was just stuck, so that's good. So now we got 4 lights rotating. Give that a little bit, it'll go a little faster. Might need to spray it with something, but I don't know if I want to spray it. So next step is to check the bulbs. So we'll see, I think these bulbs are all the same, so if I take the takedown lights, and we'll go ahead and you can see that. Go ahead and pull this out. And you see these are almost like 1156 bulbs, but they're halogen. So we'll pull that out. And we'll see if we can put this one in its place, because we know this light works. see if it's the bulb or if it's some other wires I need to figure out. Guess it's just the bulbs. Yay! So that means I should be able to pull this out. Put this in here. I'll probably get all new bulbs for this just cuz. Might as well. So that's not working on this. Alright, so, well now we know this works, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this out of here. Even though we knew this bulb worked in the other one, but just to be safe and sure. I might have to clean up some of these terminals too. Could be a ground, some of this stuff's been sitting around for a while. There you go. So. Nice. So we'll go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, and then we'll have more flashing lights. Sorry, let me get out of the way so you can see. Hopefully. Cool. So it turns out these are the same base bulbs as regular tail lights. So they're 1156s, which I had a bunch of. So I replaced all the bulbs in the unit. So now we have all 4 rotating lights working. I have flashing lights, which you can't see. Those will go towards the front because they're amber. I probably won't use those. I have these takedown lights, which I'll use on the back of the vehicle to help light up if I'm working at night or something like that. And then I do have the left and the right alley lights, which I probably won't use either. Let's put these back on to see what it's going to look like. How cool is this? Hit this thing with some glass cleaner, see if it'll clean up. Maybe it's just dirty, dusty. I'd have to buff it out a little bit. And the inside too. Just cuz. It feels nice and smooth on the inside. So. Alright. Let's see if that looks any different than the other side. Yeah, I guess it really doesn't matter when you have it like that. It does look cleaner though. So it's time to restore these. Now that I got this whole thing working and operational, you probably can't tell on video, but these are pretty scratched up, and I'd like them to be nice and clean because it's easy to do. So I wasn't quite sure how to do it, so I checked out a YouTube channel called Adam's Lights, and I'll go ahead and put a link down there in the description. You should check it out. If you like any kind of lights like this guy's an incredible collection. So I reached out to him, and I said, hey man, your lights look great. How do you get these cleaned up? So he gave me some tips. Clean them inside and outside with soap and water, which I've done. And they say you can use 3,000 grit sandpaper to sand the scratches out using water, making sure you're wet sanding. And then after that, he says Mother's Headlight Restoration Kit with a Powerball. I have some scratch remover, like a polish and a little air buffer, so I guess I'll try that. And I'll give you some close-up views of the scratches, and then I'll go ahead and go through the processes, and then I'll show you how it looks when it's done. Probably not going to do it on camera because I think I'm going to bring these inside where the air conditioning is nice and cool, watch a movie with Ashley, and I'll go ahead and work on them that way, and then I'll bring them back out and show you guys what they look like. So here's a better view of the scratches. You can see in the reflection of the fluorescence there. It's got some junk up at the top there. And this one has the same thing. You can see some kind of curvy scratches in there. Plus, I think if this thing was polished up, it would look a whole lot better. The stainless in the middle looks pretty good, so I might just give that a quick polish. I'm not too worried about little scratches on it. It actually looks real nice. Nobody cares to see the inside of these things, since probably have never. So it's just this little motor here, and this rotates this little gear here, and it's got gears on here, and that little one spins the big one, and that's pretty much it. So you got the 4 rotators in here, and in between the rotators, of course, they have the light with the reflector, just like your headlight, and then they have the mirror here, so it'll flash once here, and then when this hits the mirror, it'll flash a second time. So that's how you get all the flashes out of only a couple bulbs. So this is the one side, so you get this bulb and this reflection, and on the other side you get that bulb and that reflection. So each way you get 3, because you'll get this one and then the reflection and then this one, and on the other side you'll get this one and then the reflection of that and then that one, because it's on an angle. So it's pretty cool how they make these things. And then all of these are basically just 56 bulbs, and they're just either wired hot to the switch or they're wired with the relay like these back ones flash. And then in the center of this, you do have extra mounting capabilities. You can put a siren in here. It's got the vents for the sound to come out. It's got all the wiring in here. That's the relay for the flashers, and you can put other stuff in here if you want to. So these things are really, really cool. Like I said, check out Adam's Lights on YouTube. I'll link his channel down below. It's really cool looking at all the different style lights. Okay, so I ended up going to the auto parts store and picking up one of these headlight restoration systems. It has this little foam pad that I can put on my drill, a bunch of little sanding discs, and also some rubbing compound and a foam pad. So I should be able to go through all the steps, and this will work out a lot better than me just doing it by hand with a block. So this is step 1, and basically you just kind of sand down the whole thing, make it nice and smooth, make sure it's even, and there's no shiny spots, and then you just go through each set of the sanding discs. You start out with 500, then go to 800, and then 3000, and then polish it, and as long as everything's nice and even, it should look great when we're done. So I'll stop after each run and let you see what it looks like. So this is what it looks like after the first run. You can see how it's all kind of scuffed up and dull, and then we'll go over it with the next one. We'll take these scratches out, and the next one will take those scratches out. So this is after 500. Okay, so the next step is done with the 3000 wet. You can see the haze is getting lighter and lighter. We can actually see through it now. So we're going to hit with the one last step, which is the polishing compound. We'll start with this over here. Alright, final step is just washing it down with the soapy water solution that we've been using. It's actually baby soap, not car wash soap, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, so for mounting this, it has these 2 ears. It does have this plate to like hook it to the car, but since I'm not mounting it on the car, that's not going to work. So what I thought was I'd take these 2 ears and take this flat stock and cut it off here. I'll drill 2 holes to mount it to that, and then on the bar in the truck, this actually fits directly onto it. So if I drill 2 more holes, I can pop this up through here and that'll lock it on. So that's what we're going to do now, is we're basically going to cut 2 of these, drill 4 holes in it, and then we'll be able to mount it. Alright, just put this on. Go ahead and line it down with this. There you go. Mounting is done.
Well, that's it for this episode. You can leave comments below, give this video a thumbs up, and make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you get notifications when new videos are uploaded.
Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Until then, stay positive, keep on wrenching.
Hey Gearheads, on this episode of No, I forgot, thanks for tuning! Ah! How was that?
Sounded pretty good. I'm not really paying attention anymore.
Look at me. Pay attention to me. See, I'm the one who makes all the bloopers. He's Mr. Perfect. I don't know why I still don't get paid to do these.
Sounds good. Did you want to watch? Whoop. Sorry. A little too excited over here. Going to an auto parts store and getting one of these little headlight. Okay, so I ended up going to a headlight restoration store.